Namaste and good morning to all of you. Let's start the class with the Vedic prayers. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhu Bhuvaswaha, Tat Savitra Varenayam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Asto ma satgamya, tamso ma jyotirgamya, mrityor ma amritam gamya. Om sahna bhavatu, sahna bhunaktu, sahviryam karvavahi, tejasvi navadhitamastu, ma vidvishavahi. Om shanti 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 om. I'm sure all of you have heard the term pranayam. Pranayam. Pran is the vital energy. Ayam. Ayam means to expand it. Okay, how to expand it in our own physical body, the structure. Pranayam. On the ladder of Hatha Yoga, we see a category pranayam, and in the Raj Yoga also pranayam. Rishi Patanjali has mentioned several times in those 196 sutras the term pranayam. Today we are going to learn this special technique which is called Pracchardana and Vidharana Pranayam. Okay, so it's in the first chapter, the Samadhi Pad of Yoga Darshan, verse number 34. So I'm going to go over the technique of this particular pranayam and why do we need to do it. Even though pranayam helps our body to keep our body healthy, to keep our energy level high, but pranayam has the capacity to clean our mind also. So it is that in between the physical body and the mind. That's what prana is. Okay, it's called the soul of yoga also, the technique, pranayam technique. So this sutra number 34 says, Prachardan Vidharana Bhyam Va Pranasya. Okay, so by practicing this special pranayam, where you do exhalation properly and retention, and of course the inhalation is there, in order to acquire a pristine state of mind. That is the key over here. We want our mind to be pristine. So he has given us many different ways to keep this mind calm and clean. So this is one of the way. And this is what we are going to learn today. So in other words, breathe your obstacles away. Because when mind is dirty, agitated, then you really cannot reach to the higher state. So with the help of this pranayam, breathe your obstacles away. How? By energizing the olfactory nerve and surrounding tissues. That's how a yogi attains clarity of mind. But only thing is, you got to practice this systematically. It's not just one sitting and you clean it. You got to do it systematically. See the first word, Prachardan. Pra means unique, exceptional, pra, very special. Chardan means chiseling out. That is the technical translation of Chardan. But over here it means a forceful exhalation. Okay, or doing the exhalation properly. Prachardan. And Vidharan, V means again unique or special, and Dharan means to retain, to hold on to fill yourself up. So Prachardan and Vidharan, that is the name of this particular pranayam. Okay, so and pranasya, that really means life force. It's like a possessive of prana, pranasya. So according to the yogic philosophy or yoga science, so yoga is a science also, a philosophy also, both. That's why you hear these two terms related to yoga. Pranayam techniques are one of the best ways to purify the mind. Make it focused, bring it inward. Sure, there are several kinds of pranayams. All of them, when we do it under the heading of Hatha Yoga, they cleanse the body. But over here, he's telling us this has even a special purpose. Clean your mind also. Because this pranayam is aiming exclusively at making the mind crystal clear. Because you do it with the help of certain meditation with it. Not just pranayam alone, not just inhalation, holding, and exhalation, but certain meditations with it. And that's how the obstacles can be removed on our path of inner development. Where did this tradition start from? The great master Dattatreya, and we learned about Avadhuta Dattatreya. He taught this to his students. And this name was given at that time, Prachardan-Vidharana Pranayam. Later on, Guru Gorakhnath also, he is the one who put this into this step-by-step technique. Just like this Ashtanga Yoga, divided into those 8 steps, was done by Rishi Patanjali, even though yoga was before that time too. But he made it like systematic for students to understand it and practice it properly. So Guru Gorakhnath, he is the one who put this practice into this of this unique pranayama step by step. And how many steps are there? 4 of them. The science says that there's a unique power contained in our olfactory nerve. This is the only nerve in the central nervous system that continually regenerates throughout our adult lives. The olfactory nerve is composed of neurons that originate in the mucous tissues of the nose and run the short distance to the olfactory bulb. And that olfactory bulb is the most primitive part of the brain. Thousands of years ago, the sage Kahola, he understood this region around the olfactory bulb and surrounding glial cells also. That's how our yogis and the rishis, they are called scientists also. He measured the health of this region by the subtle changes in odor in the nasal passage. He claimed that a foul odor was an indication of the Pushti Kendra. So if you say foul odor, that means there is some kind of a disease which is rising over there or taking birth over there. That's why he said, nurture this area, rejuvenate this area, don't let it become sluggish and blocked. So he observed a direct correlation between a healthy nasal passage and a clear mind. So that's why we are clearing this area. That's why yesterday I was telling you before today's class Do the jal neti also, because you're washing it with the water first, and that water has a little salt in it. That removes the mucus. Then when you do this pranayam, you're helping yourself even to the next level. So this pranayam, which has been described in this sutra, is precisely for clearing away the toxins and the waste matter that covers the surface of the glial cells, so that you can energize that region surrounding that olfactory bulb. That's what you're doing, to stimulate the process of healing the body and clearing the mind. So in other words, pranayam does help the mind, and of course it helps the body also. It's in between. That's why this pranamaya kosh in between the anamaya kosh and the manomaya kosh, when we learn it in the language of the koshas. So there is definitely a forceful exhalation and a breath retention. So that's why you got to do it slowly. Anybody with a weak heart, I would say do it extremely slowly, maybe one step at a time. Go through one step every day for a week and see the effect of it. Then add the second step. Then do that for another week. First and the second step. Then in the third week, add the third step. Okay, so then you are doing the first step, the second step, the third step. And in the fourth week, you can do all 4 steps. That way you observe in your own body and mind what's exactly happening. Again, the major prerequisites are a proper sitting posture. Okay, ideally sit on the floor with your crossed legs or Padmasana or Vajrasana, Sukhasana, whichever asana you like, on the floor. But if you cannot sit on the floor, you can do it on the chair, but make sure your feet, they are touching the ground and your back is away from the back of the chair. So you're supporting your spine by yourself. Okay, so perfection in the sitting posture, a high degree of mental stability. Bring your mind on the prana. Do not let it wander. Because when the music is on or the TV is on or the people are talking, your mind is dispersed. Bring the mind inside you where the prana is. So high degree of mental stability. And feel the sensitivity of the movement of the pranic force through the energy channels. You should be familiar with these energy channels in your body. Ida, Pingla, Sushmana, and the others also, countless other energy channels. Those are our channels. Just like in our house, we know where the bathroom is, where kitchen is, where bedroom is. All the things we know in our house. This is the housing for us. We should know that. So when you do this pranayam, just bring your attention all inward. That's how you raise your awareness. See, only one way you can raise the awareness, and that is through concentration. So you are concentrating fully on your body and on your nadis, where the prana is going to flow. They are flowing, but you are becoming more aware of it, and you can do a little better job. Let me go through these 4 steps for you. Step 1. Inhale deeply through both nostrils. So, deeply. And deeply means you should feel expansion in your chest area and expansion in your stomach also. Okay, the movement you should feel there. Inhale deeply through both nostrils. So hands are down, both nostrils. At the pinnacle of the inhalation. So when you have inhaled completely, close your right nostril. And we always close the right nostril with the thumb and the left with this ring finger and the pinky. That's how we close. This is the way to do it. Not like this. Okay. Yes. So first inhale deeply through both nostrils. At the pinnacle of this inhalation, close your right nostril. And exhale forcefully through the left nostril. Okay, so it's like you are filling up yourself. And when you are still in, you have inhaled completely, close, and then exhale forcefully. And how much force you apply, that is up to you. Okay, but there has to be some force applied. But if somebody has some eye problems, I would say just do slowly, even exhalation. Heart problem, high blood pressure, do it slowly. But in a healthy body, just do it fast. Okay? Empty your lungs as vigorously as you can. And when the exhalation is complete, because you are not going to keep on exhaling, you'll be done after a few seconds. Inhale deeply through the left. Very gently, very smoothly. So in this first step, you are learning to inhale gently and smoothly and exhale vigorously. This is what you have to remember. And when you inhale, there should be no noise, no jerks. But when you're exhaling, there is a noise because you are doing it forcefully. And once you have completed your inhalation, again exhale vigorously through the left. So that means the right is closed. How many times you are supposed to do it? 3 times. Okay, so 3 times inhale gently, exhale vigorously by closing the right and do it from the left. Okay, so throughout you are keeping your right nostril closed. Then bring your attention. So bring your hands down, bring your attentions to the eyebrow center. Keep your mind there. Visualize that beautiful light. That is the divine light. That's where God resides in this temple of ours. How long? Just take a few normal breaths through both the nostrils. That's what you're doing. Okay, because you have done work on the left side, then you just take a little break and concentrate there. That's how your awareness rises into the upper chakras. Normally, all day long, our awareness is towards the down 3 chakras. The Mooladhara, the Swadhisthana, and the Manipur chakra. Those chakras are energy centers are to deal with this world. We need to rise above if we want to embark on this spiritual journey. And with the help of the pranayam, at least for a few minutes a day, we are doing it consciously, bringing our attention right here. So helping our body, calming our mind, raising our awareness at a higher level. So after a few breaths, while concentrating here, then switch to the other side. Okay, so reverse the nostrils, take a normal breath through both nostrils, then exhale vigorously through the right while keeping the left closed. Because in the first time you are closing the right, now left closed, and from the right you are doing the same thing. Vigorously exhale, gently, smoothly inhale from the right. How many times? 3 times. Then after the 3rd time, again bring your hands down and just be aware of the Agya chakra. Take few breaths. Okay, so this is the step number 1. It's like a complete cycle. So anybody who's new to it, I would really strongly suggest that practice this step for a week or even longer than that if you want to. Okay, so the key thing over here is one side at a time, 3 times, exhalation vigorously, inhalation smoothly, and after 3 times on one side, concentrate in the Agya Chakra, then move to the other side and again concentrate here. Okay, I hope this is clear. So practice this. How long you should practice? Just because your own ability, like how long you can exhale, how vigorously you can exhale, how long you're going to take. So every individual should know how long will it take to do this first step also. But you should practice it every single day though. So daily practice, not a weekly practice. Okay. Now let's move to the step 2. This time, both the exhalations and the inhalations are vigorous in the second step. So close your right nostril after a few normal breaths, as you did in the step 1. Close your right nostril and exhale and inhale vigorously through the left. Vigorously. See? The first one was, inhalation was softer. So make both the exhalation and the inhalation deep as well as prolonged. Okay, so it's like a fully emptying and fully filling. That means that your exhalation will be noisy and so will be your inhalation. In the step 1 inhalation, there was no sound at all. Okay, so exhale and inhale from the left 3 times. When you have finished, again bring your attention towards the Agya Chakra, the eyebrow center. Take few deep breaths. Then switch to the other side. So left first, then the right. So you're closing your left nostril and take 3 forceful exhalation inhalations to the right nostril. And follow this with a few normal breaths. And this will complete your step 2. I mean, you can see that if you are familiar with Anulom Vilom, Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam, Bhastrika Pranayam, Kapalbhati cleansing, then this will be easy. Okay. But even if you have not done those, still you can start with that. It's not a prerequisite that you do that, but do this properly though. Make sure you follow all the prerequisites. Now let's move on to step 3. Both the exhalation and inhalations are rapid. See the difference? In the step 2, they were vigorous. In step 3, they are rapid. Okay. Close the right nostril first after taking few deep breaths. Exhale and inhale rapidly from the left. And rapidly is how? Like Bhastrika. One after the other. No break in between. Then take few normal breaths and you can switch to the other side. And in between, do meditate on your Agya Chakra. And it's only up to you how rapid you want to go. That means how fast you want to go. You may be breathing 40 to 70 breaths per minute if you are a seasoned practitioner. But if you're not, just go slowly. You got to have a full control over your diaphragm and abdominal muscles. So if the body is weak, you won't be able to do it very rapid. You have to learn to observe the changes in your body. Okay, just You are working with your body, so there's no competition with somebody else. Somebody else can do very rapid, but you just want to make sure that the apparatus which you have, you're working with that. And if your posture is really steady, stable, and if your nasal passages are neither dry nor too wet. Because if there's a dryness in there, you will feel a discomfort. If there is a wetness, still you will be very uncomfortable. So then you can accelerate your breathing. So just look at it, pay attention what's happening inside you. Okay. During the first two steps, you are exhaling only 3 times through a nostril. This time your breathing is not measured by number, but by time. Do not exceed 1 minute. Okay? Don't think that it's so powerful, you are going to just keep on doing it. No, don't do that. You can hurt yourself. This pranic energy inside us, it's very powerful. Okay? So it's just like if somebody gives you a bowl full of, or a bottle full of nectar, that doesn't mean you want to just drink it all in one gulp. Slowly, slowly. Okay, do not exceed 1 minute. Make sure you stay within your capacity. If after completing this step, you find your nasal passages completely dry, and then you have to swallow your saliva several times to moisten your throat, that means you have gone beyond your capacity. Or if you have to drink water. That's another thing. When we are doing yogic practices, don't keep the water bottle with you. If you're running outside, I can see that you need some water with you. During yoga, you should not need any water. If you need to drink water in between, that means you're overdoing it. Okay, stay away from these things. So this is step number 3, rapid. Then step 4. Exhale and inhale vigorously and rapidly through your left nostril. So all these start from the left. That's one thing you got to remember. Okay, start from left and then move to the right, then left and then right. Then suddenly, but mindfully. That means make sure your mind is there. Make your last exhalation deep and prolonged. Push out every molecule of air. That means you're squeezing your stomach in. Then inhale through the same nostril, vigorously and deeply. During this inhalation, fill your entire body. You should feel that there's a elongation in your spine, like a cylinder. Mentally observe that you have stretched about an inch upward. And at the pinnacle of your inhalation, close both of your nostrils and retain your breath. So that's why I was telling you that do this after some practice. Okay? And at the peak of your retention, peak of retention means that it's not that when you cannot retain anymore. Before that, release your left nostril and exhale forcefully. Okay? So inhalation is vigorous and deep. Exhalation is forceful too. Okay? And then in between, there's a retention. Then take several normal breaths. Again, during that time, close your eyes, bring your attention towards the Agya chakra, and then reverse the pattern. and repeat. Repeat only when you feel fully relaxed. When you feel tired, when you think that you cannot do it, you don't have energy, don't do it. You want to do it, do these pranayams when you are fully ready for it. So this time, exhale and inhale forcefully through the right nostril. Then retain your breath, exhale through the right nostril. Okay, I would say that start only with the one round of it. And later on, if you want to increase it, you can do more than one times. The step 4 I'm talking about. But remember, never exceed your capacity. Expand your capacity slowly. And do not compete with other people. Okay? Yeah, Rita is asking me, can we repeat this step? If you are a seasoned practitioner only. If you're doing other pranayams already, then you can repeat it. You can do it 3 times. So left, right, left, right, left, right. So I would say do it alternatively when you're doing this one. In the first 3 steps, what did we do? We did it 3 times from one side. Then we did little meditation and then 3 times on the right side. Okay. So this is the Pracchardana-Vidharana Pranayam. So if you have any questions, I can answer the questions right now. And if you want to practice, we can practice. So, yeah, raise your hands if you want to ask a question, so that way we'll know how many questions are there. Okay, Nishi.
Namaskar, Hershji. Thank you so much. I really wanted to confirm with you that we are doing this correctly. And I think we are. Thank you so much. My question was, since we've been doing it daily, should we keep it at this pace or should we increase any repetition?
Keep it at this pace. Only thing is the step 4. I don't know how many times, how many holdings you are doing, retaining. So you can increase the.
You can increase just the retainings, the whole thing.
The whole sequence you don't want to overdo when it comes to pranayama.
No, the step 4. Do you want
step 4? If you are doing it only like a one side and then the other side, you can do it up to 3 times.
So the whole thing, Bhasrika and retain, and then Bhasrika, retain, and then 3 times. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, because we don't want to just prolong the pranayams too much. We want to deepen the pranayam more.
Okay.
Okay. More emphasis should be, can I hold the breath longer? Do I have a proper control over my inhalation and exhalation? If I'm supposed to do it gently, am I doing it gently?
So what I noted over here, that you are saying Bhasrika is gentle, and then the retention also, and not more than 1 minute. You said Bhasrika should not exceed 1 minute. And then the retention also, you said, just do it till you peak. You don't have to do it till you can't hold anymore.
Exactly. At the peak means you still have a full control over your breath.
Okay.
Okay. We don't want to make, and how do we know? If the exhalation is fast, like you cannot even hold any longer, that means you have gone beyond your capacity. Okay. Full control over your exhalation, full control over your tension, full control over your inhalation. Okay.
Thank you, Ji. It's really a beautiful pranayam. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay. Well, enjoy it. See, yoga is something to practice. Sure, it's wonderful to read about it, wonderful to hear about it, but the real benefit is when we practice it, right?
That's right.
So, yeah,
so you said it was the best, so that's why we said we got to do it. And
Yeah.
thanks to you, we are doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And then I know you are doing the Neti also. I would encourage other students to do Neti Kriya regularly.
Yes,
Okay?
thanks to you.
Very important. And if you don't know what Neti Kriya is, that's washing the nasal passage with water, little salt in it. Okay.
Thank
Yes, Rita. Unmute yourself, please.
Can you explain step 4 one more time? This is a little, I got a little confusing.
Oh, it got confusing. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me start beginning. Step. Exhale, inhale vigorously, rapidly through one nostril, like a left nostril. You are starting with the left nostril. Then suddenly, like while you are exhaling, and suddenly, and then keep your mind over here. Make your last exhalation deep and prolonged. Okay, so exhale. So you're going to stop at the exhale. Push out all the foul air. Then inhale from the same nostril vigorously and deeply. So you're exhaling vigorously, then inhaling also like that, deeply.
So when we are exhaling, are we just doing like one exhale, or we can do?
No.
Like
You are doing some puffs. That's why it's like a basrika.
Okay.
Okay, so you're exhaling and then inhale deeply.
Okay.
Then you hold. Okay, it was that's where the confusion was.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Because when I say vigorously and rapidly, so that means there are several breaths in there. Only then it becomes not just one, several. Okay, so it's almost like a bhasrika then. Yes, Prem.
Unmute. You have to
Unmute
unmute
yourself,
yourself.
please. Unmute yourself, please. Yes.
Can you kindly practice all these steps, please?
Yeah, we are going to practice. Now you have all this. So next Tuesday, when we have our yoga class, we will practice this. I thought we'll have time today, but it looks like we won't have time. So I would rather answer the questions so that you understand and try to go through these steps by yourself. And then when we are done with our yoga class Tuesday, I'll leave enough time to practice this pranayam. We'll do it all together. I would like you to have in your own piece of paper, write the steps the way you understand. All these 4 steps.
I'm going to be out of town next Wednesday.
Oh, next Tuesday?
Hanji.
Okay, all right, it's okay. We'll do it maybe the next Tuesday after that. Okay, whenever you are done.
Please.
So we might make it a habit of, if you guys want to do it, make a habit of doing this after our yoga class, sitting down.
I would love that. I would love
we will
that.
do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, originally we thought we'll practice it today, but I don't think we have time.
Okay.
I just don't want to do this in a hurry. I want you to understand it fully first. So in your mind first, just look at your notes and see, does it make sense? And try to practice step 1 at least. Okay. This whole week, today is Wednesday. So until next Tuesday, practice step 1 or step 2. Okay, then you will know, when you practice it, then you'll know where you are not understanding, what kind of questions you have. See, 4th step is retention. So by the time you reach there, you have already learned a lot about your body, about your nadis also. So practice step 1 this week at least, okay, on your own, and then we can talk about it. Okay. Prem, you get muted.